Good morning, everybody. Another morning walk. Grateful to God for letting me see another day. And when I say let me see another day, I made a video about this yesterday. I don't have a tomorrow in my head. I don't no longer make plans for the future because that's simply escaping your present. I was the king of doing that, and I was looking for a way to escape with pleasure, with women, with trips, with DJs, with music, with drugs, and I never actually was able to be present with myself because my frequency was down here. I used to believe that the better the feeling, the more energy. I used to believe that the stronger the feeling I would get from these experiences, that the more I'd be growing. But actually, what I've seen the reverse. The more you seek things from the external, feelings or needing something or wanting something, like for me, those experiences, the lower your frequency actually is, the less you're actually growing, and the more you're on the path of the devil. The more you need to feel something or escape your reality, meaning you need the tomorrow, the classic, album Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd. Hurry up tomorrow, meaning right now is not sufficient, so you need tomorrow. Like I said, there's no tomorrow for me. There's just now. So I built this over months of work of removing that addiction to a feeling. I was, like I said, not able to be present. I was not able to enjoy things like this, speaking on the camera, 50 pounds, weighted vest, walking in the cold, you could say. It's actually kind of nice, but things like this, I would try to escape. I would see it as, why would I do that? But many people watching this see, why does he do this every day? But the way I see it and what I question is, why do you chase pleasure every day? Why do you suffer for the promise of a feeling? In return, I suffer for the promise of frequency. I don't suffer for how alcohol is going to taste, or the feeling of alcohol, of what drugs are going to feel like again, or sex with a girl is going to feel like again, or a party is going to feel like again. I need you to realize, now that the new year has started, like I said, there's no tomorrow, so every day is a new day, but 2026 has started. You need to realize that the things you're doing, you don't question because they give you a feeling, but they're getting you closer to the devil. You don't question why you drink alcohol, which gives you no benefit to your body. You don't question why you're going into a building with loud music and everyone's there jumping and, drinking and drugs, and you don't question why you do that till 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. like I used to do. You don't question why you take drugs that alter the chemicals in your brain to make you feel better or lower or remove this or add that. You don't question why you do this because you're sold the feeling of it. You do things for feelings like I used to do, but it's normal. You keep doing it because it's normalized in society to escape with the vacation, with the party, with the sex, with the alcohol, with the drugs. It's all a big escape, and it feels good and it gives you a feeling, so you keep doing it. Like I said, that feeling is destroying you. That feeling, that chase for a feeling, or addiction to feeling something, as opposed to being able to be in your own frequency, is what's actually killing you. So that's why, like I said, if you live with that programming, you're going to keep needing a new feeling or a stronger feeling. But in return, you give up your spirit, and most importantly, your frequency goes lower and lower. You start to need more. You start to feel shame, guilt, regret. But you stop listening. You keep ignoring it with stronger feelings. Probably stronger drugs, stronger alcohol, whatever. You need more vacations, more money, the feeling of money. If you're doing casual sex, before you would maybe have protected sex. Now you do unprotected sex because it feels better. Everything is a feeling. It feels good to do this, so you do more of this. But the feeling is external. It's fake. You give a feeling to sex, you give a feeling to alcohol, to drugs, to parties. But like I said, you just keep walking closer and closer to the devil. And there will come a time where you have no more spirit left to give in transaction for that feeling, and you hit a low, and then you can actually find your creator, Jesus. So realize that path is not forever. You cannot keep walking that path and live a fulfilled life. And society wants you to walk that path for a reason, because they want you to remove your true power, which is your spirit. When you realize, the first step is realizing that you're a slave to feelings, is when you can actually begin to grow. That's what I began to realize and walk this path. And now I can help others, because like I said, the whole world chases feelings because it's programmed into you. You're programmed to chase something in the future that's going to give you a feeling that's different from right now. But like I said, that's programming by the devil. The devil basically entices you and taunts you and teases you with a feeling, and he adds something. It could be, for Eve, it was an apple. For you, it could be, who knows what your vice is, but he gives you a feeling to something that's neutral. So you keep chasing it, and you believe that in the future that feeling is going to make you feel better than now. But like I said, you're sacrificing, number one, your frequency, number two, your spirit. The two most important things you keep, giving up for that promise of feeling, which is never the way you expect it to feel or want it to feel. So you're chasing an illusion, a lie. But you give up your frequency and your spirit. And those, like I said, are what is the most eternal thing. Your spirit is the only thing you actually own in this life. You believe your body is yours, or money is yours, or a car or house, but it's all rented. When it's your time to go, those will go with you. Your spirit goes with you. And if you have it by the end of this life, then you have a chance of maybe going with Jesus. If not, you keep chasing feelings and you sacrifice that. Then, my friend, unfortunately, you go with the one below, because you're working for him the whole time and listening to his lies of feelings. So it's deciding, really deciding. It's really making a decision. Like I said, do you want to live a life where you're chasing and escaping with feelings, and afterwards are still unfulfilled, still have that void, still searching for a better feeling and a better feeling, and you're just searching for feelings? Or do you want to sacrifice those lies of feelings, those lies of the devil, and live for frequency? Live a life where you're proud of yourself, admire yourself, respect yourself, have peace within. Don't need another day because everything's already perfect, because you have today, and you're actually grateful for the things around you. Is that not something that's more fulfilling? Something that you could actually, sustain across time, as opposed to sacrificing your spirit and frequency for feelings over and over and over and over and over and over again, and never actually getting anywhere where you have a sense. The only path to finding who you are, loving that person, and giving it to the world, and finding your gift, your purpose, is this path. I've lived the other path. I've lived with the devil for 4 or 5 years. So, like I said, nothing of the external can taunt me or tease me, because that was the king of living for the external. I would go till 6 a.m., sleep with one girl at 2, 3 a.m., not have enough of the feeling from that, and then go till 6 a.m. to find another one. I was doing many things for feelings. I was grasped entirely by the devil and his slave. So when I tell you and I walk this path, I can tell you it's the path to eternal life. It's a path that you're looking for, especially if you're lost and chasing something. You just feel empty and you're like, oh, it has to be in this girl, or no, it's in the money now. No, it's going to be in the parties or the vacation, or when I'm here, when I'm there. It's feelings, it's fake, it's lie. The only path to finding who you are, loving that person, and giving it to the world, and finding your gift, your purpose, is this path. I've lived the other path. I've lived with the devil for 4 or 5 years. So like I said, nothing of the external can taunt me or tease me, because that was the king of living for the external. I would go till 6 a.m., sleep with one girl at 2-3 a.m., not have enough of the feeling from that, and then go till 6 a.m. to find another one. I was doing many things for feelings. I was grasped entirely by the devil and his slave. So when I tell you and I walk this path, I can tell you it's the path to eternal life. It's a path that you're looking for, especially if you're lost and chasing something. You just feel empty and you're like, oh, it has to be in this girl, or no, it's in the money now. No, it's going to be in the parties or the vacation, or when I'm here, when I'm there. It's feelings, it's fake, it's lie. Letting the world lie to your face, literally lie to your face and tell you that it's somewhere in the future. But your spirit knows it's right now. Your spirit is the smartest thing you're ever gonna, because it comes from God. Your frequency as well is what people read off you. So when I was chasing feelings, I believed I was in a high frequency if I attained something with, that feeling attached to it. But actually, I was lower frequency. Actually, my frequency was down here, but I believed I was up here because I was letting the devil convince me with feelings, and thought that feelings were energy. But feelings are not energy. Feelings are not frequency. Feelings are an illusion. It's fake. You can feel something if something happens to you, of course. I'm not saying no feelings, but the illusion of a feeling tied to something external is fake. You give it that feeling. You allow the devil to give you that feeling with the sex, the drugs, whatever it is, the vice. You chase so hard because you don't feel that frequency. So God let me walk that path for 4 or 5 years, and like I said, escape my reality, my frequency. So many different nights that I can remember staying up till hours of the night that don't even make sense to look for sex, from the feeling of sex, or the feeling of what someone's going to say because I slept with this girl, or having photos with girls, and all the different things I was allowing to enter my mind, the stories, because my frequency was low, my energy was low, so I needed to chase something external. So I know that the programming you're following is fake, it's a lie, it's an illusion, it's smoke and mirrors. It's not, I think, anything sustainable. You kill your frequency and you kill your spirit when you basically chase and entertain those stories that make you believe it's over here, it's over there. There's no tomorrow. That's the mindset that actually keeps you. That is the perspective that keeps you grateful, at peace, in love, with purpose, with drive, as opposed to just doing the bare minimum and then escaping, like planning your whole life to escape with a moment that is not real. You only have now. You only have this second watching this, or this minute, or the next hour, or whatever it is. You don't have the next 5 years or the next 10 years to keep living this, unfulfilling, voidful life. It's fake. But like how it works, the eye needs to see the external. So once I have the supercar, maybe in the back, or the mansion, you can understand what I mean. But I know that comes because I only work for God and for frequency. I no longer chase feelings and work for the devil. When you chase feelings, you're with the devil. Whether you want to accept it or not, whether your ego wants to see it or not, because your ego is controlled by the devil, it's never going to make you understand that you're with him. It's going to make you say, oh no, you're actually independent. No, you're doing the right, you're doing the right thing. Don't listen to God. Why would you listen to God? Who's God? You have everything. I've given you all these feelings and all these things. So why do you need God? Like, who is God? Don't you, didn't you want this money that I gave you, or didn't you want this girlfriend or this relationship, or didn't you want this fast? Here it is, right? Like, didn't you want this? And you believe this. Yeah, you're right. But you sacrifice your spirit and your frequency. So devil's gonna give you things fast, like he gave to me, but your frequency's here, your spirit's gone. So is it worth it to live a life where you live for the devil, and when everything comes, your judgment day comes, you go with him and just burn? Is that really worth it? For me, I thought it was. I thought it was me worth it, until I saw firsthand what hell looks like, and I said, fuck this. Because life is about having your spirit, who you are. It's not about, the fastest person to 1 million, or the fastest person to 10 million, or the fastest person to a vacation home in the Bahamas. You're being programmed that it's all external. But if you don't have your spirit at the end of the day, what good is a house in the Bahamas, or living in a condo in Miami, or whatever is being sold to you now that's the new thing? What is the point of that if you're not there present, if you don't have faith within you, if you're not actually grateful, if you still need the next feeling and the next this and the next that? What is the point? You don't ask yourself that. You just see, oh, it looks nice, so I have to have it. The feeling of having that and showing people that I have it, that's all you focus on. But start to put some attention on how you feel within, when you're by yourself, when you're alone, when you have those interruptions of feelings and chasing. Think about and reflect on, because that's what's going to begin to lead you to the light, to your true potential, to your purpose, to your spirit, to life. Life is spirit. Like, it's not something material. It's not the phone you're watching this on, or money that's paper, like numbers on the screen, or sex, you just putting your dick in a hole, and like, it's all superficial, it's fake. I've done all those things. It's like your spirit needs something more, and it's going to guide you to that, but you keep trying to like prevent it or block it with this illusion of that it's in something material. It's all frequency and energy, and literally God, the creator, that brought all this together. So until you walk that path, like I said, and keep escaping, you'll never understand. But I walked it, so I can keep preaching on here, show up every day, because I've walked that path of Pleasure Island and living for a feeling, and know it's fake. It's fake. It's all fake. So you can keep walking it, or so most of you, or all of you actually, will have to keep walking it, because the lack of faith will keep you chasing. But no, I'm gonna be here at the end of it all, or when you maybe have a glimpse that you're going the wrong way, and will help guide you away from that. Like I said, living it and living this now, I can get you to this place much faster than I got here. And it's all inner work, but once you get here, you understand. Once you see, you can't unsee it. And most of all, when you meet who brought you here, your life actually has meaning and actually has purpose, and you're not just chasing feelings like most of the world tells you is normal. So God bless. Long story, but perfect, and super power right now. So let's go. Enjoy your Tuesday and keep killing it.